Hello, lovely viewers. It's Cassie Belle, and this is Sage here again for another trip down the casuals path to the Astrologian. We are really excited to get started, so let's first talk about the important role actions that you, as the healer, should pick up. So, role actions, for those that don't know, are, role actions or role skills are the actions that are specific to, it's pretty self-explanatory, to your role, whether it be tank, DPS, or healer. I already went over in my last video the four important ones that I think you should have, and that is Protect, Asuna, Lucid Dreaming, and Swift Cast. Those are the four major ones that you as the healer will definitely need. Protect, you can see it puts a, obviously it protects your party members. Asuna is super important. It gets rid of debuffs. Not all, but most of them. Like poison debuffs, slow, heavy, that sort of thing. Lucid Dreaming, not only does it reduce your enmity, but it also helps you get mana back over time. And Swiftcast is, as you can see, it says next spell is casted immediately. You want to save Swiftcast for mostly for raising somebody, like during a fight, some stupid person dies, and you just cast Swiftcast and pop your raise spell, and hey, they're up. Assuming they press the yes, I want to get up button. You can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots down here at the bottom. Obviously the 4th slot you're going to want Lucid Dreaming. The 5th slot, it's a toss-up between this one, Largest. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm going to be butchering some names, so please excuse me. So Largest, or if you can hear that beeping in the background, that's probably one of my neighbors moving or something. So Largest is the one you want, is really the one you want. It's a toss-up between Largest and Rescue. Of those two, I would say the more useful one is Largest, because of the healing potency boost, and it says, and it's a pretty decent amount. As I believe it goes up, I believe the potency boost goes up to like 40%. That was the last time I checked on my max level Astrologian. So yeah, that's pretty good. Rescue has its uses, like if you somebody is in AoE, you can pop Rescue on them and it pulls them out, and you can pull them to safety if you time it right. If being the key word, because Rescue has quite an animation, so be prepared if you want to use that. You can also use it to troll your friends. If you're in a party together, that's pretty fun, but I wouldn't recommend doing it on strangers, because that's a pretty fast way to get you kicked from a party. So the reason I bring up role actions here in this video is because they'll be mighty important to the next dungeon that we're doing. And that is Brayflox's Longstop. Yay. This one is going to be, this one is arguably where you have to be really aware of what role actions you've picked. You might end up casting quite a bit of Benefit 2s, so you'll want Lucid Dreaming. And the reason you'll be casting a lot of your Benefit 2s is because the tanks sometimes will pull quite a few, more than one mob of enemies. And also the mobs in the room between the first boss and the second boss, I believe it is. They tend to, it's a big room, you'll see, and some of them hit just a tiny bit harder than normal, so you'll want Lucid Dreaming, and you'll also want Asuna, because Brayflox is notorious for having a whole shit ton of poison debuffs. So, we're going to go ahead and queue up for Brayflox Longstop. Hey, insta-queue. Sweet. I apologize if you can hear stuff in the background, but my computer is literally right next to a window, and there's activity going on outside, so unfortunately I don't have the monies to get better sound equipment or, that sort of thing. So, and hopefully at some point I will. But that's lifey. We're gonna, okay. Start off, always say hello, cast Protect. Alright. And go immediately into your diurnal stance, because it's the only one you have. Okay, good, everybody's a job. There's so many times I've run Brayflox and people aren't in their proper, for some reason they don't equip their job crystals, which I think is really weird, because it's, okay, that's probably something I want to talk about. Just as a side note, guys, once you do your level 30 quest, please equip your job crystal that they give you after you complete it, because that's super, super freaking important. Because, yeah, you kind of need that in order to be, a more evolved form of your class. And also you get access to a whole bunch of better spells and whatnot. Alright. While I was talking, I totally forgot to draw a card. But there's no point now because the mobs are gonna die. Also, this is a very good tank, so I'm not... Hey, I leveled! Sweet. Okay. Alright, so in this... Yeah, you're gonna want to run up here and get the key from that goblin. So many people forget to do that, because they just want to get the dungeon over with, and I don't blame them. I don't really like Brayflox. Not the character Brayflox, but she's cool. But, just the dungeon itself, I don't like it. Alright, so this is also going to be a place where we might be using the TP card. But probably not yet, because nobody needs TP, so we're gonna click on draw. God, will you stop with the beeping? I am so sorry about the beeping in the background. I don't understand what the freak is going on. Alright, so this is the first boss. It's just kill the ads, then kill the boss, which is what they're doing. So, I mean... Alright, so balance. I'm giving it to the machinist, and I know I said in my previous video that I usually put the balance on the melees first, but really, because I've had semi-experience with playing both the ninja and the machinist. Machinist is okay damage-wise, but between the two classes, it's really the machinist that needs the balance. Although they can also benefit from arrow. Oh yeah, and this is what I was talking about. See, she's taking, I'm sorry. He, the tank, is taking a truckload of damage, so... Oh, and there's machinist refresh. I didn't need that, but thank you anyway. Wow, I kind of wish I had... There's the arrow, okay. Machinist can also benefit from the arrow, too. But ninja is more reliant on combo attacks than the machinist. Crit would be good for machinist though. So if you do have a crit buff card, it's called the Spear, which we haven't drawn it yet, but I hope we will, so you can see what it looks like. But it's basically a little snowflake icon. So yeah, machinists and bards. Oh yes, I love crit as a bard. I also love crit as a monk too, but you know, I love any buff as a monk. Sorry, monk. Anyway, here we go. There's the spear. Crit for you. At higher levels, I sometimes use I don't really use crit all that much, which is probably pretty sad. I do apologize, but basically it's all about practice and knowing what you think. Honestly, for me, when I started out with Astrologian, I sort of thought about what I would want as the other class that was getting a buff. I'm playing tank. What do I want? Probably a bowl. Definitely a bowl. If I'm a warrior tank, let's see. I probably want TP because I'm probably going to need it, especially at the low levels. Have a bowl tank. But that machinist could really use a spire, couldn't he? Is that a he? I can't tell. My camera's too zoomed out. You really want to have a zoomed out camera. Now, we're not, we usually, if you want to, there's all these goblins around in the spots, and you can choose to save them if you want. They give you treasure chests if you save them. I think it's completely random whether the chests have loot or potions. It's not really important to the dungeon itself. Like you're not going to get punished if you don't save the goblins. I know in my last video I forgot to talk a little bit about Hawk Manor, so I do apologize, but that was really simple. And so is this fight. You know, you just kill kill the boss and the ad. Typically, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one goes down first because you have to kill both of them anyway. So you know. Hey, another spear. Ooh. Now that you're probably wondering, why should I bother being in diurnal stance or diurnal sect? I call it a stance because it's literally what it is. When, you know, I don't have anything that, you know, I don't have any regen abilities until level, 34, and I'm 32. Well, that's because, as you can see by the description, then healing magic potency is increased and energy generation is reduced. Just gonna let that sink in for a moment. Yeah, you want that. Nocturnal stance. Oh my god, Brayflox, leave me alone, honey. So Brayflox will run up to random party members in that fight and say, hey, I got a present for you, and you can't really tell her to fuck off because she's gonna come over to you regardless. So the minimum, okay, this is the room I was talking about that's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. As you can see, there's mobs everywhere, so really be careful where you're heading. And I just gave that to the wrong person. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. I just gave balance to the ninja when I wanted to give it to the machinist, but oh well. And you can see there, I used Swift Cast to, oh. Okay, yeah, so, remember when I said that when you come into Brayflox, one of the, role actions you'll need is lucid dreaming? Yeah, I probably should have done that, but I can't. Yep, I can't do that now. Because, number one, you can't, change your job. You can change your role actions out of combat, but not if you've used them. So while Swiftcast is on cooldown, I can't get this. Well, okay. Hey, we all learned something. Sweet. But it's okay because, fortunately, this is a really good tank. They're not taking a whole lot of damage. They're doing awesome. So, and we haven't picked up any extra mobs or anything. Damn, we are doing great. I probably could have told the tank that he could pull more, but that probably would have been a bad idea. Anyway. I don't know. I mean, it's really weird when I'm not recording. I usually get really crappy Brayflox groups. I don't know why. I usually get pretty crappy Hawk Manor groups too. And Sunken Temple, which is going to be the next one. God, I hate that one. Anyway, alright, so next boss. Oh look, Aspire when the machinist didn't need it. Fantastic. Alright, undrawn. Actually, I might end up hitting 34 from this dungeon, so I might be able to show you my... Okay, so this debuff right here, this with the little 3 diamonds, that's the magic vulnerability. You want to get rid of that, like ASAP. That came from the ninja standing in this guy's AoE. Oh, okay. So I'm in a bubble, but it's okay because I can attack the bubble. Oops. Oh, by the way, that AoE that you saw, you can stun that. So if you have a stun, I recommend using it when you see that. And I keep getting... Why do I keep getting the frickin' bubble? Help. Y'all want to get me out of here, please? Ow. Alright, Essential Dignity me. Yeah, see that AoE? Well, you probably can't. It's really hard to see in the water, but yeah. Another spear. Okay, so the last boss of this dungeon is going to come down and steal your kill. Don't worry. You don't have to fight him yet. You just, you know, hit him a little and he'll eventually get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, please. There's the poison debuffs. Alright, so we gotta wait. Drop the chest, please. Thank you. No healer loot. So if you come in here as a level 32 healer, you're gonna end a whole bunch of healer loot drops, which is the Battle Mage set. It's called Battle Mage, but it's for all magic classes, whether it be healer or DPS. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. Okay, it's one of my favorite low level gear sets, just because it looks pretty neat. But, sorry, I was thinking of the nostalgia from when I first picked up that set. I was so happy. I was just a little bitty white mage. But this is not white mage, this is, okay. Hey, there we go. Yes! Alright. So, I got a new spell for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for the new spell? Not that one, but this one. Watch. That. Look at that. So, that is your Aspected Benefic spell. That is your, that is literally your regen spell. Well, you just put it on the tank and hey. It's awesome. I just like the way it looks. Let's see what it looks on me. Here, I'll show you. That is so cool. I like that. I don't need, I clicked it off, so I don't need it. So yeah, also Aspected Benefic in Nocturnal Stance becomes a shield. So Aspected Benefic won't always be a regen spell. At least if you're not in diurnal stance. If you're not in any stance, it's just a really it's just an instant heal. What is up with? Oh my god! I'm sorry. There's like ambulance noises going on outside, and I don't know why. Anyway. Alright. Okay, so I want to talk about another, and that's why. Hey! No. Bad dragon. Okay. So, the dragon almost was coming for me because I buffed the tank right as he was before he pulled, and that's not really a good idea. You want to, because popping your cards will draw aggro from the boss, at the start of the fight. So what you want to do is you want to pop your card, or like you want to time it really good. I recommend like once the tank, like just before the tank decides to pull, like just pop it and pop the card and oh, ow. Yeah, I would recommend, so either that or immediately after he's pulled the boss and has aggro on it. And you'll know he has aggro on it because you can see right here, the boss has a little green circle next to his name. That means the tank has threat, or somebody else in the party has threat. Also, these puddles are super freaking irritating. If you stand in them, you get poisoned. If you get targeted for them, try to run as far away from the boss as possible, because they will also regen his health. So yeah, you can see right there, here the boss is using pools to regen. So yeah, you really don't want that. That's really annoying. See, like the ninja did not move, so now the tank has to move the boss. Nope. See, I'm gonna put, yeah, see, I moved all the way over here, so you don't really have to, but it's less of a pain for the tank, and getting through dungeons is all about teamwork and not pissing each other off. I mean, that's the formula for a good dungeon run, really. Alright. Here. He knew. So that was the limit break. Quick tip about the limit break. Oh, yeah. You always want to have the limit break. That's this button right here. You always want to have that somewhere on your bars. I mean, even if you're not going to use it as the healer, and you will never really have to use it as the healer unless like you absolutely have to. So the limit break is a very powerful attack. You saw how the machinist used it to kind of finish the boss, essentially. For the healer, it's just a big, gigantic, party-wide, raise. That's at the third level. The first level is just the first and second levels. They're just really powerful AOE heals. But yeah, you want to definitely, especially when you're in a big party, you want to save that limit break as a healer. For if, for example, if you and just the tanks are alive, and you have the limit break stage 3, then you pop that and everybody comes back to life at full health and full mana and full TP. So yeah, alright. So that was Brayflox Longstop. Don't do what I did and go in there with Swiftcast. Please go in there with please go in there with your First of all, your limit break. Always keep that on your hotbars. And second of all, use lucid dreaming. Don't go in there with swiftcast. I mean, you can, but I mean, if you're really good about conserving your mana, you can do that. But yeah, so thank you guys so very much for coming with us. Sage and I appreciate it. We also appreciate you hitting those like buttons and the subscribe button if you want to see more. And in the next video, we will be going into my least favorite low-level dungeon, the Sunken Temple of Qarn. Hallelujah. So, we will see you then. Take care.